Arthur, no introduction necessary. You've been on before, and also we're on with meme coin messiah Murad. Maybe you could set the backdrop from a macro perspective. You've written a lot about this recently. You were in your latest article talking about the fiscal domination of the Fed, the office and the administration now over Powell and the Fed, and was also arguing that tariffs didn't really matter in the crypto markets, at least as much as in the stock markets. So after kind of seeing things unfold today, has your thesis changed at all, or generally how are you seeing the macro backdrop of things these days?
Yeah, so I don't really think my thesis has changed. Obviously, I'm looking at my charts right now. Bitcoin was like, what, 89,000, now 82,000 something and change. Obviously, it's a reaction to these across the board tariffs. So I was speaking to some of my friends in the TradFi world, and so what was the expectation on the street for these tariffs? And there really wasn't one specific number that anyone was looking for, but it sounds whatever Trump and the administration rolled out is probably worse than the worst case of what people thought would happen in terms of these tariffs. And obviously, we're seeing it reflected in the markets. But I think the good thing with crypto and Bitcoin at the end of the day is it's a very simple equation. All we care about is are there more fiat, dollars, yen, euros, pounds in the world than yesterday? So then we're going to go higher. And so I think this is a short-term pain. We could retest 76,500 in Bitcoin, and we'll see what happens at that level. Even if it breaks, I'm still buying stuff. So I think this is a great opportunity to buy things. At the end of the day, every central bank is going to be printing because they believe that they need to offset the negative effects of these tariffs, whether it's inflationary and some companies are doing badly in America, or you're in Europe and you have a company that no longer can sell as many goods and whatever. It's just an excuse for the central banks and the finance ministries to print more money. And they're already telling us in not so many words, Bloomberg and other relevant publications, that these tariffs are very negative. Therefore, we need to provide some sort of accommodation to our economy. So I expect to see a lot more fiscal and monetary accommodation from every single country around the world as they try to fight back against these tariffs that Trump has put on different nations.
One was kind of brought into light that the U.S. has just accepted tariffs begrudgingly for the last few decades from every country that Trump had on his list today as kind of this form of soft power, the extension of the USD as a global reserve currency. And so there's been a lot of differing opinions